Imagine this. A city, Bengaluru, buzzing, refusing to sleep. And then bang, at the stroke of midnight, it just bursts forth. Not just fireworks, but flags, anthems, this incredible electric sense of unity.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened on August 15th, 2025 for India's Independence Day. It was way more than just another holiday.
Oh, absolutely. It felt like this profound civic ritual, right?
Yeah.
Deeply immersive.
Exactly. It resonated far beyond just, ticking a box for observance.
So today we're going to take you right into the heart of it all. We'll explore how Bengaluru basically transformed into this living tapestry of patriotism.
And we mean living. We'll get into those unique midnight ceremonies that literally kickstarted the day.
Right, and how the streets were just draped in the tricolor. We'll share some really specific moments, places, even people that made this year, well, pretty special.
Yeah, this isn't just us reading off a list. We want you to feel immersed in the spirit of the city. It's celebrating hard-fought freedom, sure, but it's also, and this is crucial, looking ahead.
Totally. Integrating its history with its, super dynamic present. So our mission today is to really get under the skin of this patriotism, how Bengaluru honors its past, celebrates right now, and inspires its future, all while keeping that distinct tech city pulse going strong.
So get ready for some pretty vivid imagery.
Yeah.
And maybe a few surprising details along the way.
Okay, let's set the scene. It's approaching midnight, August 15th, 2025, in Bengaluru. You've got that cool night air, and there's this palpable sense of anticipation almost.
Yeah, the city, usually known for its tech buzz, and let's be honest, the traffic.
Yeah, the traffic.
It was about to show a different side, something really unique, something that went beyond the daily grind.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is how a community initiative, something grassroots, really set the tone for the whole city.
Exactly. It wasn't just top-down orders. This really bubbled up from the community itself.
You're talking about the Satyameva Jayate initiative.
Yeah.
Truth Alone Triumphs. Such a powerful name.
That's the one. This was its third year, and it drew, over 300 people to a pretty prominent public spot.
So paint a picture for us. What was the atmosphere like? Midnight approaching.
It was brimming. Full of music, yeah. But also this patriotism you could almost, touch. In the quiet before midnight, you had everyone, young, old, different backgrounds, all gathered.
Holding their breath almost.
Kind of, yeah. A collective anticipation for something profound.
And then the moment hits, clock strikes 12, midnight. And the tricolor, the Indian flag, is hoisted by Congress MLA Rizwan Ahmed. Just picture that flag, unfurling against the dark night sky.
Wow.
What's the significance there, the exact moment?
Well, it's not just a flag going up, right? It's a symbol, rising as the very first act of this new day of freedom. The timing is everything.
Midnight.
Yeah, hoisting it right then, at the stroke of midnight, it reinforces that whole idea of a new dawn of freedom. It's visceral. You're literally ushering in independence, connecting it back to India's original midnight moment in 47.
And the sounds, the crowd singing Vande Mataram, then the cheers. It sounds like this huge collective embrace of the day. India's 79th Independence Day.
It was. And crucially, this wasn't just a one-off event in one spot.
Right. You said it was happening elsewhere.
All across Bengaluru in different neighborhoods, similar midnight ceremonies, you could hear anthems echoing, see tricolored lights glowing. A constant reminder everywhere of that hard-fought freedom.
That's what gets me. Starting a national celebration at midnight. What does that tell us about a city's dedication? It feels like renewing a promise.
That's a great way to put it. It speaks volumes about collective memory, about the power of a shared story. Starting right as the day turns, it cements that national identity in a way daytime parades, important as they are, maybe can't quite capture. It feels more personal, more communal, a shared act of remembrance and renewal.
So that midnight dawn gives way to morning, and Bengaluru just transforms. I heard it described as a sea of saffron, white, and green.
Oh, the visual change was really striking. Tricolors everywhere, fluttering from homes, offices, and something you mentioned earlier that I loved.
The auto rickshaws.
Yes, the auto rickshaws. They became these moving ambassadors of patriotism, zipping around with flags fastened proudly.
I just love that image. Little flag-waving chariots in the Bengaluru traffic. It's so Bengaluru, but patriotic. Seeing those usually chaotic roads take on this festive feel must have been something.
It really was. More than just decoration. It felt like, I don't know, a moving art show. Spontaneous, citywide pride.
And it wasn't just flags, right? There was art, performance.
Absolutely. Cultural groups, public spaces, They were alive with dance and music.
And the kids. I heard about school children performing Desrangila from that Bollywood film, Fauna. Lively beats, colorful costumes, drawing everyone in.
Yeah, young and old, clapping along. It makes patriotism feel so current, alive, not just something dusty from the history books.
Exactly. It shows how national identity gets renewed, stays relevant for new generations.
And it wasn't only public stuff. Even at home, you felt it. Families sharing sweets, talking about freedom, reinforcing it all on a personal level.
That's the beauty, isn't it? The visual delight, yes, but also how everyday life, the roads, the homes, just became part of the celebration. How important is it that this patriotism wasn't just, official ceremonies, but everywhere, woven into the fabric?
Oh, it's crucial. These widespread, visible things, the cultural events, they make patriotism tangible, inclusive. It goes beyond formal moments and becomes part of people's actual lives and experiences.
Right.
That's how a national spirit really gets embodied by a city. It moves from just symbols to lived reality.
Now, alongside all that community energy, there was definitely this layer of official gravitas, a seriousness that added another dimension.
Yes, it created this really powerful blend, reverence for the past, but also looking forward. You said at places like MG Railway Colony.
With the DRM.
Right, DRM Ashutosh Kumar Singh hoisting the flag. But he didn't just do that. He inspected a parade railway protection force, students, and his speech hit hard on remembering sacrifices.
A call to carry on the legacy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A clear message to the younger generation about responsibility.
And the chief minister, Siddaramaiah, paying respects at the statue of Krantavira Sangali Rayana. That feels very poignant. A reminder of Karnataka's own freedom fighters.
It absolutely grounds the national story and local history, doesn't it? Makes it more personal for people there. Which leads us to another key theme, the call to duty.
Ah, yes, tell me more. Where did that really come through?
Well, at part of Vidya Sanstan, for instance, you had Colonel M.S. Carr, retired, and the president, Nirmal Kumar, speaking to students.
What was their message?
Pretty direct. Freedom is cherished, yes, but it comes with a duty to contribute to the nation's progress. It wasn't just a history lesson, it was about active participation. Freedom isn't free, essentially.
It's something you have to keep building.
Precisely. And educational institutions across the city really leaned into this, like at ITB, the International Institute of Information Technology.
What were they doing?
Students, faculty, staff, they had cultural programs, skits, songs, dances, celebrating India's diversity. It was vibrant.
And they ended with an oath.
Yeah, the Panch Pran Oath.
Yeah.
It's a newer pledge, 5 points focusing on unity, duty, progress, core values. And the students were really into it, chanting slogans, waving mini flags. The energy was infectious.
It wasn't just ceremony then, it was commitment, a promise from the next generation.
Definitely.
It really highlights that blend. You mentioned reverence, but also forward momentum. Hearing about specific people, the DRM, the CM, the colonel talking to students, it makes the message so much more real, doesn't it?
It does. It moves beyond abstract ideas. It shows that vital intergenerational transfer of values. Education isn't just about dates and names, it's shaping civic responsibility.
Keeping history alive and relevant.
Exactly. Not as a static thing, but as a living legacy that informs the present and inspires the future.
And speaking of living, breathing things, the sound, music was everywhere, right? Like the city's heartbeat.
Oh, completely ubiquitous. You couldn't escape it in the best way possible. A.R. Rahman's Vande Mataram, the iconic one.
Goosebumps just thinking about it.
Right. It was blaring from schools, community centers, creating this instant sense of reverence, of unity. It just filled the air.
And local artists were putting their own spin on things too, not just the classics.
Yeah, performing classic anthems, but blending them with modern beats. It felt, again, very contemporary, but still rooted. Culture evolving while honoring its past.
Any standout moments?
There was this one scene described at a cultural center in Koramangala. A group of young musicians played a medley of patriotic songs.
And the audience.
The audience was amazing. A real mix, tech professionals, retirees, students all singing along, their voices just merging. You could tell those songs meant something deep, connecting them to history, to struggle, to triumph.
That's powerful. And it wasn't just cultural centers and schools, was it? Even the corporate world got involved?
Which is fascinating. In a city like Bengaluru, offices lit up in the Tricolour, companies ran week-long activities, quizzes on history, essay contests, talks, fostering pride right there in the workplace.
That detail about the IT firms, the tech hubs known for their relentless pace, actually pausing for flag-hoisting ceremonies, that really stuck with me. What does that signify?
It speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Mm.
It shows how deep this national pride goes, that it can permeate even the most demanding, fast-paced environments. It suggests that civic identity isn't separate from professional life there.
It's integrated.
Exactly. Bengaluru showed how a city can weave national pride into its modern corporate fabric. It's not just for holidays. It's part of their identity, even their economic drive. A really holistic approach.
And out on the streets, you had processions, Tiranga yatras.
Yes. People marching, carrying the flag, chanting slogans, and you had the NCC cadets, marching contingents, adding that sense of grandeur, discipline, the rhythm of unity.
But beyond the marches and the music, what felt truly special, you said, was the community feel.
For me, yes. Underlying everything, from the midnight start to the daytime parades, was this genuine sense of people coming together. All walks of life.
And happening right down at the neighborhood level, too.
Definitely. Places like Jayanagar, Maleswaram, they organized smaller, more intimate events, local leaders, school children. It really showcased the city's diversity about different regions, languages, cultures, all uniting under the one flag.
That's lovely. And the stories connecting generations.
Beautiful moments, like in Whitefield, older residents sharing stories of the independence movement with kids, making history come alive, reminding them freedom isn't just a word, it's a legacy.
A cherished legacy.
Right. And then you had kids with faces painted with the flag colors, just adding that pure joy.
So you have this incredible mix, the formal ceremonies, the spontaneous street celebrations, the music, the neighborhood events. How do these different parts, especially the informal community stuff, work together with the official side?
They're absolutely essential complements. The music, as we said, is like the thread weaving through it all, unifying across ages and backgrounds. These informal gatherings, they make patriotism personal, accessible. They give people a sense of shared ownership, active participation. It means the national spirit isn't just something you watch, it's something you do, something you live. That's what makes it holistic.
And as we've gone through all this, the sounds, the sights, the energy, there's this recurring theme, isn't there, woven through everything.
The idea of responsibility.
Exactly. Freedom comes with responsibility. It wasn't just a celebration. It felt like a moment of reflection, too.
Absolutely. You saw it in schools like the teacher in Duranagar talking about education's role in empowering the nation, urging students to dream big, but stay grounded in values.
Connecting personal ambition to national progress.
Precisely. And in the business world, too. That CEO in Electronic City highlighting how innovation drives India's growth, encouraging employees to see their work as a contribution.
So individual efforts, even in a company, are part of the bigger picture.
That was the message. And it ties directly into Bengaluru's whole identity, right? India's Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
A hub of innovation, diversity, global connection.
Yeah.
Independence Day seemed to be a powerful reminder for residents there. Your contributions, tech, education, community work, whatever, they're not just for your career or your company. They're vital for the nation's future.
That's the key thing for me. The celebration wasn't just looking back. It was very much about looking forward, about understanding the duties, the actions that come with freedom. It makes independence feel so current, so ongoing.
And what's fascinating is how a city like Bengaluru, with its unique, fast-paced global character, integrates that national identity so seamlessly. It's not a conflict between being modern and being patriotic.
It's a synergy.
Exactly. It shows how a city's distinct pulse, its unique character, shapes how it expresses national pride and thinks about its future responsibilities. It's almost a model for how a contemporary city can honor its past while energetically building its future.
So as the sun finally set on August 15th in Bengaluru, you had the echoes of the midnight ceremony, the images of the vibrant parades, the sound of music still lingering, the weight of the speeches. It really was this rich tapestry, showcasing the living, breathing spirit of a nation.
Yeah, past, present, future, all woven together. We've really seen how freedom isn't just a date on the calendar, it's a living ideal.
Something that demands constant effort, collective participation, every day.
To truly uphold it.
Yeah.
In all aspects of life.
So, thinking about all this, what does it mean for us, for you listening? If a city like Bengaluru can embrace its national identity in such unique, dynamic ways, from that midnight dawn to reflections in corporate offices, what does that open up?
What possibilities exist for other cities, or even just for us in our own communities?
Right. How can we meaningfully engage with and contribute to the ideals we cherish? How can your community reflect its core values in perhaps new and surprising ways? Something to really think about.